I'm going to make you the best known if you follow my instructions, okay? So if you do run a Facebook ad, you know the goal. I want to talk to 2 more people a week, okay? There's some more things you might have to do, leading indicators, lagging ad indicators. Okay, we did this. We only got 1 conversation a week. Can we double this to get 2, whatever it is, okay? But you know your goal. You know your timeline. I want to get this in 4 weeks. I want to talk to 2 people a week. I want to talk to extra 8 people a week. If you talk to 8 people and you know that 4 of them are going to come to church, what's that worth? All right? And then know your optimization, okay? I'm going to target these people, meaning I'm not like drooling to go after these people. I'm going to tell Facebook, show this ad to these people. That's what targeting means, okay? You got all that set up. Now you can create your ad. Okay, so let me give you 5 ads that we run that are just gangbusters. Meaning we run these ads and pastors say, here's more money, run more of these ads because it's doing so good. Okay, number 1, let's get this one out of the way because it is an ad that can create relationships. It is my least favorite, and I'll be honest, it's the least effective, but it still works. So I'm going to lay it to you here. We're going to spend the least amount of time on it, and that is event invites. Events are your church services, your ministry events, VBS, Discipleship Now, whatever. Prayer walks, okay? These are event invites. Now, these ads only work. Remember, go back to the beginning of the foundation. If you skipped the foundation, go back and listen to it again. If you don't remember the foundation, go back and listen to it again. Event ads only work if you're educating or entertaining. Look at the successful event ads on Facebook. Come to this seminar and learn how to make more money. Or in the church space, hey, pastor, watch my webinar and reach more people. Okay, I do the same thing. Watch this webinar and get more guests. All right, it's educating. Okay, is the event you're inviting someone going to educate them? Is it going to give them knowledge or give them access to something they've never had before? In VBS case, it's a free night. Hey, we got VBS for your kids. It's from 6 to 8. What could you do with those 2 hours if you didn't have your kids running around? Go on a date. Go shopping. Run errands. Run a business. Go run that business. Okay? This is one of my mentors. Go run that business, boy. Come on. Or is it entertaining? Is it something fun? Mom's night out. It's a great example, right? Parents' night out. Great example. Mom's night in. Right? Some churches we've seen do Mom's Night In. Hey, come with us and we're going to pamper you and give you a cool, relaxing night. Your kids are going to be nowhere nearby. You don't even have to worry about what you're going to do. We're going to feed you a good dinner. We're going to give you a good manicure, pedicure, whatever. We're going to change your oil, whatever it is, right? Love that. But it's got to entertain them or it's got to educate them. If you're just saying, here we are, hope you come, that ad's not going to work. I guarantee that. All right. Done with that. Event ads, get them out of the way. If you only run one ad of the 5 I'm going to show you today, don't run that one. Run this one instead. Prayer requests. Now, before you turn off on this, we live in a weird day and age, meaning they've been telling us that church membership and attendance is going down. However, the data from Barna, the king of data for churches and ministries, is saying that people are more open to relationships with God now than they were before 2020. In fact, I do have those stats right here in a document. Let me get the right screen that I have it on. This is entertaining, isn't it? But you're going to learn something. That's why you're still listening, even despite my dead air here. All right, here we go. 44% of adults say they're more open to God today than before 2020. Meaning whatever's happened in the last 3 years, people are open to it. Now, membership may be down, but the conversations are increasing. There's a lot of reasons for that. My friend Jeff Reed would say it's because of decentralization and more opportunities to connect with meaningful church gatherings outside of a Sunday morning in a building. Not only that, 3 out of 4 adults, 74%, go into Starbucks. Is there 20 people there? 15 of them are going to tell you they want to grow spiritually. 3 out of 4 adults want to grow spiritually. If you can position your church in a Facebook ad saying, hey, we're going to pray with you to help you figure out what you need to do next in your spiritual life, or, well, the first quote actually deals with another ad, so I'm not going to spoil it for you right now. But if you're open to talk about God, you may even say, I don't like this, but you could say it. Hey, we're going to send good vibes your way and pray with you. Guess what? People are open to that right now. So let's take advantage of it. A billboard is not going to do that. So here's what you do. You create an ad, make it super specific. Super specific, okay? I'm giving you thousands of dollars right now. And when I say super specific, I want you to just pick one person, okay? This is a family. Their kids just moved to college. They're in their 50s. They don't know what to do with their extra time. They don't know what to do. Well, I would say they don't know what to do with their extra money. They probably don't have extra money. Their kids bleeding them of it because now they have to pay for their food somewhere else. Chick-fil-A gets expensive. Stop eating at Chick-fil-A. Eat in the dining hall. I paid for that plan. Okay. See how specific I'm getting? You can tell Facebook, go find me that person within 5 miles of here. And you can invite them to an event that is specifically for them, or you can pray specifically for them. You can tell Facebook, show an ad that says, I'm going to pray for someone that's having questions about what to do next in their life. And I want you to show it to people who are recently divorced. That's how specific we can go. And you can do an ad just to those people. And when they message you, when they text you, when they call you, you know when they get in contact from you, it was from this ad. Therefore, I know how I'm going to at least approach this prayer right off the bat. And I'm going to start this conversation with that in mind, knowing what it's up. Right? So you can do a prayer ad. Hey, I'm Pastor so-and-so. I pastor the church here in town. I'd love to pray with you. Anything you're struggling with, I want you to know that you're not alone. All this doom and gloom stuff, man, it's frustrating. Let's take a break from that and let's just pray. Tell me how I can pray for you. And more people are open to that today than they were 3 years ago. So prayer ad campaign, okay? Don't make a fancy graphic. Don't log into Canva. Just put a picture of you up there. Get over yourself. And just show that you're a person. Run that prayer ad. It's amazing what offers of prayer can do. You can even run it to people that are on your email list. Say, Facebook, here's a bunch of emails. Show this ad to those people. And you can get connected with people that have been disconnected from you for a while now. And pull my notes back up. Number 3, Facebook ad campaign numero 3. This one's also worth thousands of dollars. You can tell Facebook to show my ad to people who are new in the area, new movers. Okay? And again, Facebook knows everything about us. They know where we live. They know when we go potty. They know how many kids we have. They even have data on my dad who's not on Facebook. Yeah, some of y'all are still on the whole Facebook knows when you use the restroom. That's an actual data point that they have on you. Go Google it. And then now they'll know that you know. My dad, who's not on Facebook, guess what? Facebook knows who my dad is because they look at my contacts. They look at my family's contacts. They know there's a number in there that's not on Facebook. And all these people visit this one place on a certain time. It's probably that dude's birthday. And they bought this around that time too, so they know that he likes football. He likes the Astros, right? They know so much about my dad thanks to all the idiots that live around him and his family right here. Facebook knows everything about everyone. That's what makes it so scary. And just a side point, that's what makes me more fearful of Facebook than TikTok. Because our government can get information from Facebook easier than they can get information from TikTok. And who's more dangerous to me? China government or U.S. government? Anyways, all that to say, Facebook has lots of information on us, and they know who's newly moved to the area. So, what a better way to welcome people than to show that you care enough about them to provide value. And remember, teach them something they don't know before. What do new movers need to know? What are the good restaurants in town? What are the places to go on the weekend? What's the best park in town, right? You can open up Google. When I move into a new area, I open up Google, where are the parks in town? And I don't get any information. I go to one park, it's just baseball fields. And I'm like, I can't play with my daughter here, right? They're all gated, locked, and there's nothing to do. So I got to go find another park, okay? You could provide that information ahead of time. You could even say, hey, if you're new to the area, I'm Pastor John. I'd love to take you out for a free meal, show you the town, right? Now, there are certain rules you got to follow, but if you follow those rules, read the policy guidelines and all that stuff, you can reach those new movers. That is a fantastic ad, and guess what? No one's going to see it except for people that are actually new to the area. Now, yes, you will naturally, happenstance, get more responses of this from previously established Christians. If that's something you don't want, then don't run that kind of ad. But I will tell you this, some churches, when they are just getting through that revitalization process, when they're either on the front end or the back end, whatever it is, and you've just got your new set of core values, you've got your new mission, you've got some new leadership, there is no better way to test and practice that on than people that are already Christians, because they'll be much more gracious to you, okay? When I had a bad church experience, I didn't go on Google and write a 1-star review because charismatics are going to act charismatic. Okay? It's not for me. I'm not going to go to that church. I'm not going to write a bad review about that church because they do church the way they do church. Someone else goes to that church and maybe they write a review. This place is dangerous. They're not following fire code. There's dancing and swords all over the place. Do not go to this place. It's weird. Okay? So that being said, new movers ads are great for churches that need to get their feet wet. If you just started a greeter ministry and just booted it up, new leadership maybe you revitalized your greeter ministry, your First Impressions ministry. You paid Greg with First Impressions conference, big bucks to go to his conference or big bucks to have him come secret shop. Now you've got new systems and processes you need to test. Don't test them on strangers that don't even trust a church. Test them on Christians that are looking for a church. Makes sense? This is such good stuff, guys. Okay. This should be a $3,000 course. Number 4, my favorite. In fact, we've been here for a while. I'm going to combine number 4 and 5. I hope that's okay because they're almost the same thing. And that's provide spiritual resources. Okay. So number 4, the fourth best Facebook ad that you can run that still works is answering spiritual questions. Now, this works really well internationally. It's working better in America. So if you have an international ministry, this is great to run internationally. In fact, I was talking to a buddy of mine that does that, and there are some ads that he can run really well that are working really effectively and internationally and perform goose egg in America. So you can provide spiritual answers to spiritual questions. Okay. This is, my friend Jeff Reed says, we need more Christians that see opportunity in a crisis. If your city is going through a crisis. Now, I know when I say that, people automatically think to something bad happened at the school. Someone did something they shouldn't have done. It could be a lot of crises. It could be financial issues. It could be, if you live in a rural town and all your town's chickens are getting sick, right? Let's address that crisis. Whatever it is, provide spiritual answers to those spiritual questions. Hey, things are tough right now, and you might be feeling lonely. You can't use this exact ad copy because you'll get flagged on Facebook. You can't call people out like this. But the impression you want to make is, I know things aren't going well for you, and we're here to answer any questions you have about what's going on in your life. We get a lot of reports that these kind of ads get people off of tough situations. I tell you a story often about an Instagram ad that got our youth to call the pastor and not hurt themselves. And I know that because the pastor called me at midnight that night. All right. So, just offer answers to people's spiritual questions. And this is great because we can do messenger ads. You don't got to give out your phone number, but you have the Facebook app on your phone. People ask a question, you can answer it and use that. Don't just answer it, right? Use that to form a dialogue. Okay. Which is similar, requires a little bit more upkeep, a little bit more preparation, but type 5 is spiritual resources, meaning you provide devotionals, how to pray. What does the Bible say about healing? What does the Bible say about divorce? Okay. Whatever it is that you are equipped to provide. Okay. I don't know if there's any resources that that can be bought by churches and then like run ads to and then be used to reach new people. It's a little bit different license wise when you get into the digital space. But I would recommend making your own. Okay, take your 5-point sermon, expand it into about 800 words, pay a designer $5 to make it into a nice PDF. Now you can tell people, hey, parents, your kids are going crazy. Here's 5 ways to have fun at home without driving each other crazy. Written by Pastor so-and-so who has 5 kids of his own and doesn't go crazy anymore because he follows these steps. Whatever, right? You massage the copy, optimize it, but you provide those spiritual resources to people. They will pay attention. Because again, more people are open to spiritual conversations and more people are open to God right now. It's a great ad to run. Now that one is, those last 2 are a little bit more advanced. You got to be a little bit more careful with your copy. I don't want your Facebook ad account to get banned, which is why you can bounce ideas off of us. When we do the 360 consultation, go to NavaChurchMarketing.com. Just schedule a call. I don't have a pretty thing here. I got a link for something else, but I'm changing my call to action right here. I want you to go to NavaChurchMarketing.com or just give me a call. 832-861-7654. It's at the end of the video here, or the audio if you're listening to audio. And let's talk about how you can use Facebook ads. But not only that, if you don't want to spend any money, Google's going to give you free money. You can advertise on Google. And you can't run these exact ads, but you can still run ads on Google for free. Right? So go to NavaChurchMarketing.com, schedule a call with us. We will actually go through the Facebook ads that you've run before and tell you what's wrong with it and what you should do instead. We will not only do that, we'll look at your website, we'll look at your Google ads, we'll look at your entire web presence, what people are saying about you, and give you a customized roadmap. Listen, Pastor, this is customized to your church. It's amazing how many people I talk to every week and they're like, what's the catch? I'm like, well, the catch is if it makes sense, I'm going to ask you to let me do it for you. Okay? That's the only catch here. You decide to walk away, do it yourself. Guess what? You just got $500 worth of advice for free. You want to take advantage of us? Great. Do it. Okay? That's how confident I am that you're going to trust me enough to help me keep this business open later on. Because we're going to help you grow. You're going to say, what are we going to do with all these new resources? Let's pay it back to Justin. I fully believe that. And if I don't deserve, and if that doesn't happen, I don't deserve to have this business. However, I believe that even in the things we don't do right as a business, God will get the glory somehow. I was having a conversation with a group earlier today. We ran a Facebook ad for my church. Speaking of FBE, we ran a Facebook ad for an event, but again, we provided value. We said you are going to get something out of this that you've never had before. And we focused it on just the neighborhood around us. Now, at the event, the reason we knew this works is because, again, we set a goal and we set a time. We said we want to show this ad to this many people in this time frame, and how we're going to measure that is when they come to the event, we're going to ask how they heard about us. Okay? Now, out of the event, 150 people showed up, and only, I can't remember the number of our church members, but about 75 said they just saw the Facebook ad and never had heard of us before. This is a neighborhood right around us, by the way. And then another 40 said they've heard of us before, but they're still here because they saw the Facebook ad. And that was the only advertising we did. We didn't even, besides like you can see a tent getting set up in the parking lot. We didn't run any signs. We didn't do any billboards or anything like that. Invite cards. All we did was the Facebook ad. And we spent $100. So this stuff works, guys, but you have to work it in the right way.